good morning. It's the 29th of September, and here we are in Cape Town at the Mount Nelson Hotel. Just flown in from Frankfurt, and we're here for about 3 nights. Let's just have a quick walk through into the hotel grounds. Obviously the driveway up from the gates of the hotel, and it sweeps around the corner here to the entrance, but we have obviously beautiful views of Sentinel Point and Table Mountain behind us, which I'll show you shortly. But we're in this little sort of wing here, and this is actually the outside of the room that we're in, just here in the corner. Yes, this is the entrance to our sort of hotel rooms, and that's where I was filming just down there a few seconds ago. This is the main part of the hotel, and this is the official arrival area and reception. And if I just turn around through 90 degrees, this is the view we have of Table Mountain behind us, and this is the cable car station right on top, where we actually went the last time we were here in Cape Town. We just have a little view of some of the gardens. This is the very nice part of the hotel. This is the rear of the hotel overlooking the grounds, and very, very nice sort of terrace here that you can eat or sit out and have a drink, etc. We sat out here until about 9:30 last night. Beautiful temperature. It's now coming up till sort of 12 o'clock lunchtime, and I suppose it's in about the low 70s. Plenty of wildlife here, as you can see. Some form of duck or goose family. The duck has actually led us partway through to the other area of the hotel, an outside pool, and another restaurant here. We had breakfast this morning, very nice, the Oasis restaurant. Another quiet area of the gardens with some beautiful flowers here. Just look at these. Another part of the hotel, another swimming pool, and these sort of delightful little sort of independent cottages in front that you can hire. And again, looking up to Table Mountain and down to the pool, where, guess who? Hello, Wendy. pool is beautiful and warm, and we're entirely deserted here. But it's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful and peaceful here, and in fact we have a little guest here with us. Wendy's not around at the moment, so the bird's safe. As you can see, we have some whales in the distance. We've come to Hermanus with Geert and Cynthia, and in the bay here there are a number of whales that have migrated up from the Antarctic. Just panning round. There are a lot of whales here, but it's a question of actually seeing them. I got that one, yes. Look at that. Well, we just missed that. I just missed that one. I was just in the...
There's two or three there, Tony. If you focus on that area. Oh, look. There's loads of them in that area.
You can walk along the path if you do that.
Here we have our friends Hirt and Cynthia, and we just moved on a little bit further, still on the outskirts of Hermanus, and this is basically Hermanus. You can see in the picture now, and interestingly we've got a little number of kayaks out here, which I won't say is dangerous, but presumably the whales are well aware of them being there, and I'm sure they don't cause any nuisance to them. We're just panning around. Beautiful spot. There's some just down here, if I can see them, just here. They're sort of literally floating on or just below the surface. And what is it, about a quarter of a mile offshore. There's 2 or 3 of them here. It's the blue white whale from Antarctica, as I said earlier, and they come up to breed along the shores of South Africa in the spring, and obviously it's the opposite time of the year, so we're now into end of September, which obviously is the middle of their spring. Just panning further around. There's a number of whales in the bay, but it's a question of having the camera on that particular spot at that particular moment when they come up, and it's quite difficult. But we've been over on the beach over here this morning, and it's a beautiful beach. Some people swimming, and obviously we've got some well, I'll say mountains behind, but a very nice spot.
Yes.
I'm afraid not.
Yes! Look at this, look at this. Can you see it, Tony? Yes.
What are they telling you? Are there more roads in the morning?
We're actually back in our hotel room, and just give you a little brief description. Come in from the hallway, and we have a dressing area with built-in wardrobes, etc. And then very, very nice bathroom. Shower in the corner there. The usual toilet and a bath. Beautiful furnishings here, and just stepping into the main room. We have a very comfortable lounge area, double-seater settee, single-seater easy chair, table and chairs, television, and very nice double bed, as they say. And oh yes, the television just sinks down into the cabinet. Very, very nice, very smart. Not much else to say about the bedroom. Superb minibar, and very interestingly, the hotel has just presented us with a bottle of wine, compliments of the hotel. So, very, very nice. Good morning. We are on the outskirts of Fish-Hoek, just south of Cape Town. We've come for a ride in the car, and we've just stopped because we can see a number of whales in the bay. Just in front of this boat, you can see some white water, and there's some whales in and around there. And some more in the water here.
There's one quite near. Yeah, there's one quite near you.
You can just see the tail of the one just sort of slowly sinking.
Yeah, look here. Check.
Marvelous. Is it because of the warmth they're staying up?
We've just travelled on another few hundred yards, and we've seen a couple of wells sort of quite close in. Just here. Of course, they now won't appear. They must be about 50 yards offshore.
That's how I want to do the thing. I think he's coming to look at us. I don't know. Maybe no two, yeah, there are two. Yeah, there are definitely two. Brother.
That's good.
We've moved just a little bit further out of Simon's Town, and here we have the penguin colony. So in the background you can see the mountains where we were a few days ago. That's sort of Hermanus right in the distance. Surprisingly, the temperature here is what, about 25 centigrade, and they're all here, basking in the sunshine. It's fascinating.
I'll actually show you some photos I'm going to that. Have you ever seen a BBC documentary or the National Geographic documentary on the Great One? I think I've also done the shark diving. All these operators of believe me, I've been so scared. And I know just for the head of it. And I think it's only when people are present. The thing is, virgin
Right. Look out.
Are you filming this? Oh, they got little ones too. Tony?
Yeah.
See the little ones in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is the small camera? Have you got the small camera?
I know you've got it.
Am I firing it?
Watch out, here comes a bucky.
Oh, we've travelled on from Simon's Town down the Cape Peninsula, and we're now in the car park at Cape Point. Obviously there's a lighthouse up there which we went to when we were previously here, but the weather is absolutely fantastic today. Hardly a cloud in the sky. It's about 25 and a gentle breeze, and everywhere we look we can see whales in the distance. It's a beautiful spot. So you've seen a number of baboons on the side of the road. Fascinating.
When I pull them out a bit.
Okay. Hey, put your tail up. There's another one coming. There's another one. He's coming this way. Or isn't it a whale? He's coming straight for this. There, Wendy. There, this one. Yes, man. What's the matter with it?
Yeah, thank you. Let's give you the credit.
Pen.
Again, we've just moved on from Cape Point to the actual Cape of Good Hope, and just a lovely spot here. We've moved on a little bit further, and we are at Northhook, which is quite a famous beach, which, as you can see, is directly in front of us. And that's looking back down towards the Cape Point. We've just seen some more whales just further back, just past that lighthouse you can see in the distance. And we're about to continue along this road, which is going to Chapman's Point, which when we were here 5 years ago, the road was closed because there have been lots of sort of landfalls and cave-ins, etc. So it's now a toll road, 32 rand, which is what, 14, 22, £2.25. But let's go and see.
Look how they've done it here.
And still the rocks are coming down. They did this all with abseiling.
In front of us is Hout Bay. So this is Chapman's Peak, the toll road. We've obviously just stopped off to have a little look. Well, we've come out for another day with Geert and Cynthia, and we've travelled up to Stellenbosch, and we just called into the Lanzerac Manor Hotel and Winery, which, as you can see by the sign, was first built initially in 1692. The building in front of us is dated 1830. Very nice spot, very quiet, obviously mountains in the background. Very good wine cellar here. They actually produce wines on the estate as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Oh yes, they can't wait to get back. She likes to.
We're just going to move on to another winery and hotel for coffee.
Apricots or whatever they are, tangerines, or not tangerines, nectarines or whatever. But they had these huge fires, also now recently again, and some of them were burnt. Not dead, but burnt so badly. It showed us.
We've just come to a little sort of nursery come farm, and obviously tea garden and other facilities here, but the views are just beautiful. So we're about 5 miles outside of Stellenbosch, overlooking the mountains. Sort of very well-known wine growing area. A stunning scenery. So we just come into the coffee shop, as you can see, and just a beautiful view across the valley. Just try and walk across again to see the view. Just look at this, it's just absolutely beautiful. Very warm today, it's probably up around about 25, 26 degrees, and really one needs to sit in the shade. We've travelled on another few miles, and we came here last time, old sort of Cape farmhouse and winery, Boschendale. So let's just go and have a look down the driveway. Beautiful driveway. Well, we've moved on into the grounds of the hotel, and apparently the first grapevines were planted here in 1685. Lovely and cool underneath these trees, obviously. Just going to have another little look. There's Geert here. There's a nice little sort of wine shop and souvenir shop just here. If you so wish, you can actually take lunch on the lawns here, or even dinner, I suppose. People are just starting to come here. These nice tables and awnings, etc. Back out to the entrance. we've moved on to the other end of the estate where we can have a wine tasting session. So we have chosen from a list of wines, about 5 different wines each, and cost 15 rands, which is, well, just over £1 to taste 5 wines.
Boschendal.
Just a beautiful spot again, overlooking the mountains in the distance.
You said so? No, I didn't say that.
We've just stopped in the grounds of the hotel, and these flowers here are Proteus, which is the national flower of South Africa, and they're just coming out in full bloom, as you can see. Here we have the same basic plant, the Proteus, but as you can see, these are a beautiful sort of pinky colour, but the actual sort of structure of the plant is just amazing. Beautiful. And again we have the Proteus again, but in a yellowy colour. These are just slightly early, not quite totally out. Very, very nice. It's just after 12 o'clock, and we've travelled out from Durbanville, where Geert and Cynthia live, into the winelands, to a goat farm which specialises in producing goat's milk and goat's cheese. But, there's a couple here. And just round the corner, where you look. You can obviously see the mountains in the background. Here's the man about the house, looking very wise and in control of everything. Just looking around again in the garden. It's very sort of nice to see all the flowers out, because obviously it's the spring here. Geert and Cynthia on the steps. We've moved inside where you can have cheese tasting of the various types of goat's cheese produced here. And we're currently having a wine tasting. and for 10 rand, which is very roughly about 65p, you can have a taste of 5 different wines. They produce something like, I don't know, 25 or 30 different wines here, and you can select any 5 and have a tasting. Very nice. Just nice little ride out. That's about the 5th or 6th glass that Wendy's had. Some quite nice wines, but none that I would actually really buy. 1 or 2 possibly. Being spring here, obviously, we have a number of flowers out. Obviously, see some nice roses and other flowers. I have no idea what the names of are. Mrs. Nineham enjoying herself in the sun.
Hello. I'm exhausted. Now can you speak on that? Was that? Oh, unbelievable.
Well, obviously being at this goat establishment, the ladies are in the nanny goats, and obviously the men have to go in the billy goats.
The difference between billy goats and nanny goats. I would just.
Well, it's pouring with rain. We have very heavy rain overnight, and we've come out today into sort of the winelands and the mountains, and this is Baines Kloof Pass, which is quite spectacular, or it certainly would be if the weather was a bit better. Let's look over here a second. The water is obviously cascading down into the valley, and we'll just have a look over the edge further down here. Here it looks very cold, and it is actually quite cold. But, you can now see the river down in the valley here, which just proceeds on, as you can see in the distance. But very cold wind and quite heavy rain. And of course low cloud.
That's quite a bit of wood.
We've travelled a little bit further down the valley. I say it's still raining quite hard, and you can see the river. And another river joining in from the other side of the valley. Gosh, I've got to get back in the car, it's too wet. We've travelled on to another winery where we went 5 years ago, the Birdsick winery. It's actually closed, it's Sunday today, but even though the weather is very wet and overcast, they've got a magnificent display of Proteus here. Just have a look at this one here. And this flower is about 9 inches across. It's just behind it there's some sort of two-tone colours, and over the road is a more sort of orangey type colour, just absolutely beautiful. And then just here we have some yellow versions. Some more here. It's just starting to pour with rain again, so I better get back in the car. Good morning. We're now in Hawick, and we're in the retirement village where Nick and Di have moved to just last week, and we spent a couple of days here, flying back this morning. So just to show you briefly what the property looks like, it's this sort of bungalow in front of us, 2 bedrooms and a very large lounge and 2 bathrooms, and a lovely double garage, and very, very nice indeed. Just pan around and give you a flavour of what it's looking like. As you can see, the weather is gorgeous this morning. However, yesterday it was the absolute opposite, very misty and dull and overcast and quite chilly. It was a real sort of sweater day yesterday. Anyway, we're just off to the airport very shortly, and just continuing on. This is the rear of the property. Being a retirement village, virtually all the gardening and maintenance is carried out by the people that run the retirement village, and it's very nice indeed, actually.